Welcome to this series where we are playing the 1.8 version of Reforged Eden for Empyrion Galactic Survival. In the last part, we returned from the moon that we were exploring, put down here and took down this abandoned outpost. And what I want to do in this part is go up in this direction for two reasons. One, I want to have a go at the abandoned workshop just here. The other one is that we've got another crash vessel up here that might be worth checking out. And also we've got a gold deposit just here. I would certainly like to pick up that gold deposit, even though it's not very big. But before that, I just want to say a big thank you for your comments and feedback. As usual, you guys are kind of pointing me in the right direction. It's probably the correct way of saying it. And I did get a comment about Saphian plates, that you can get them from blocks and other resources. And of course, it finally sunk in that this POI actually had armored windows up here in all this section here. You can see where I've taken them out. And just to show you, we come into here, not here, here. You see, I've recovered some of these for shipbuilding purposes. But what I also did is I deconstructed quite a pile of them. So you can see we've now got 48 Saphian plates, which means technically we've now got the ability to make the warp drive, because I also gathered together all the available resources I actually needed. And you can see there we needed, was it 20 flux coils, which are these. And it seems I've already got had quite a lot of these scattered around. So we've got just enough flux coils to make the warp drive, but and we've got just enough to make both the warp core and the pentaxid tank, which is 24. But I'm not sure I've got enough of other resources. But of course, the real problem we've got is the fact, where would I put that warp drive? And that means I've got to start thinking a little bit about rebuilding the ship. Now, this room through here, a big chunk of it will be the machine room. But in order to be able to do that, I've got to start planning the width of the ship and the hangar deck, which will be out going back from here. So that's what I want to do before we leave this position. I'm not going to do an extensive amount of building. I just want, because, well, there's two reasons. One is that I've run out of space. So it makes sense that if you've run out of space and it's for building materials, you actually what you actually do is build the ship a little bit. And of course, the other reason is the fact that we've got a supply of steel blocks here, and of course we've also got a nice building platform as well. You can see this little section here for the moment will be okay, but in fact just need to think a little bit. I've got an idea of what I want in my head. In fact, probably the best way to describe it, we come out of there, and I think it's stuck in the ammunition controller. Luckily, this POI actually had a big hangar door on the front here, just in there. And what we're looking at is, oh yeah, we got the 9x5 hangar. The 9x5 hangar is one of my favorite hangars. It seems to accommodate any reasonably sized SV or hover tank. I mean, you can go bigger to 9x7, but the trouble is the 7 is more height. I mean, you can go to 10x7x1, but I think the trouble with these is they're getting a little bit big. We got 13x7, so we got 10x5. Now, a 10x5 is more for if you've got an even number of blocks across the back. Because if you don't, what will happen is the hangar won't be able to, if you've got an odd number of blocks like I've got, the hangar deck won't actually fit that well with the, it'll be slightly offset. So my preferred one is the 9x5. And what that will do is sit roughly, I think, where it is now, but we got to define the bottom of the ship. That brings us back to what I need to do at the moment. So we're going to go to building supplies again, just pick up these. I have to do it with mild steel blocks. We've got a couple of hardened steel blocks, so why not? Let's just use the hardened steel blocks as well. In fact, I think actually no, we'll do that there. I think the next thing I'm actually going to do is just to make this a little bit quicker. We will put the symmetry plane on there, because I am going to build this out with a degree of symmetry. Got the block there. So we'll start with. Now, got to think this out. We got to go to there, and then got a couple more blocks. That's. Yeah, I think that's it. So we're going to come out like that. What I want to do is get to the 9 width. I know it look a bit crazy, but I think so. We're going to come out that way. Right, I think so. We've got that width there. That will be well, whatever it is. Of course, we need to make a position for the. So we got that bit there. The trouble is we're getting a bit close now to the ship itself. In fact, I think. Oh, go away. Where are you? I will take the alien thorns. I know I didn't necessarily have to kill them, but it's a matter of point of principle. What have we got? An infected wound. What we're going to have to do is what we did before. Just pick that up. We're going to need a second med station, so I'll pick you up. Oops. I think we're going to be okay. Building supplies. Right, we'll just put you down. You and myself. Okay, back to doing a bit of building. Oh, we've got a couple of dead bodies. I think we're going to come out 2 more like that. And that's actually been dropped onto the base, not the ship. So we need to retrieve that. We could. That's a concrete block. I'm not really interested in concrete blocks. What happened to the? I deconstruct it. Oh, the other thing I also got was a whole pile of hydroponics from here as well. Okay, have to. Part of the ship. I mean, eventually these will be upgraded to. I think this is. Why is that not? Doesn't look. I think again, I've got the problem with the. That is not on the. attached to the, yeah, because it didn't, because the symmetry plane wasn't applicable. See, not sure why that should be out there. Got a feeling this is too close to that, so that's messing me up a little bit. Okay, I can live with that. We got block there, block there. Yeah, I think the platform is going down underneath a bit. So we've got 1, 2 up like that, and then I think we might be able to get the one more on the end here. No, it's not. These blocks aren't right on the end here. This one. This is a little bit embarrassing. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that for the moment. Pick these up as well. But just to show you what I'm thinking of, let me just put the by 5. This will fit on the back there. That. It should do. Anyway, I think we'll just get rid of the symmetry plane. Not helping that much. And curiosity. Make our way to the curiosity. Done this in the spawn area. Yeah, that's come away. In fact, I think what I will do is just finish off the width that I was planning on. So we'll just do it very quickly with yeah, I know you're there. 1, 2. What we've got now is a basic shape there, and just should have done it this way in the first place. And get that there, and this will be the floor of the hangar. And another reason why I'm coming out like this is the fact that we've now got a way into the back of here. Now, eventually this will extend forward across here, and this will seal in. This will become the machine room down from here, because this will be 5 wide, which would be what should be wide enough for there. We're going to have to go up a level. In fact, I think what I will do is we got the blocks. So come in here. Retrieve that block there. That block there. have put the symmetry plane on, shouldn't I? Just to kind of clarify what things will look like. And then that will come that side. We must have somebody hanging around below that's being generally obnoxious. Oops, wrong side. That's okay. Then we've done it. We'll just put that there. Put this in here. And on that side, do this side. That there. But 3 blocks across the bottom, like that. Now, if I take out these blocks here, like that, and then we're block in there, block in there. And what we'll have eventually is up here is a passageway. We'll have one on each side. I quite like that. And then, so we'll have a passageway up along each side here. And then this internal wall here will, well, we'll have to be a bit careful because these in here are, that's a steel block. Is that a steel block? These are steel blocks, okay. Because if we come into here, these are container sections. But that's actually a steel block. That's not so bad because what I like to do is put another container extension along on the internal wall of the machine room, which would be in here. And what it would mean is that I can put the warp drive into here. We'll probably leave the core where it is. And we can put a warp drive across here. And because we won't be coming in here, eventually this will all be sealed in with these heavy windows or windows across the back here. So we won't be using this doorway to get through the ship. We'll be going up the side passageways here. In fact, I could let's just do that as well, just to kind of show you. I know it's going to look a bit silly, but that's the way it is. What I have is one there. These will be the side passageways up. So eventually this will get built in as a kind of there, and this would be our internal machine core. Anyway, I think that's probably enough building. But what it does mean is I've got a little bit of a landing pad down here now. And we'll just get rid of that, and what we'll do, we better put that in the fridge. Maybe all in, don't need Dino. Getting a little bit low on food, so we'll just leave that. And what we're going to do now is push off up to where we're going. Where are we going? Where are we going? Going up to here. The abandoned workshop. Only a couple of kilometers away. Hopefully by the time we get there we'll actually have some daylight. The ship's a little bit heavy, so we may need to start thinking about putting some extra thrusters on for lift. You can see that the climb rate is virtually non-existent now, so we may have to put those extra thrusters on. I think what we'll do first is we'll just go and check out the crash capital vessel. Go to green. Right, it's over a lake. And we're here. And oops, you maybe have a little bit of a problem. That should be good. Get rid of the green. Light on. Was this the one that we already looted? It's got a couple of turrets on, but yeah, I think this it's annoying. It's not going to let us core it because it's underwater. Okay. Right, we're going to have to go greeny. Yeah, this is the one with the thrusters that we can't core, but part of me says that this could be worth salvaging, if nothing else. So, go to the ammunition controller. The moment I do this, I'll be there. Well, we just have to try and retrieve the blocks, but it probably won't let us do it. Don't think these cannon turrets will give us that much. Just snag these. Yeah, we got some advanced electronics. Might as well grab this as well. That. What we got here? There's some loot in here. We've got some scrap. Wardrobes were just... Well, obviously I didn't do a very good job of looting this in the past. Oh, I hate it when it does that. What we got here? Pulse rifle, well... Take that. Okay. We would just do this the other way. We've got some oxygen. Really annoying because I'd love to that medical decontamination kit. Thin block damaged. Oh, we got a peripod there. Well, we got some minigun ammunition. We've got a small thruster up there. We'll take that. A ventilator. put that down so we can swim faster. Oh, look at that. Found that. Like that. In some of these ships actually have nice higher tier loot boxes in them, but I'm not seeing it in here. We'll just go through here. Yeah, I can hear you. I think we've already been up here, haven't we? Okay, we've got some lockers. Some shotgun shells. I think that is about it, isn't it? So I can see any more thrusters on the outside or anything like that. About down the front here. No. Oh, oh, there's another one just on the side here. Right. I think we got that, didn't we? Yep. What we'll do is we'll go out. There's some more pentaxid down here. There's also some plant protein here as well. And oops, we'll just swim above the surface. We swim, we won't be able to get in range of those bug uglies. We might as well just this. Oops. Of course, these are the so if you don't find any pentaxid on a moon or something, you can always come underwater and pick a few bits and pieces up. Quite a lot of pentaxid down here, actually. So obviously, I must admit, I do tend to forget a little bit about the water. Plant protein. I think we've probably wandered far enough away from the ship. Let's just start working our way back towards the ship. We're okay for oxygen at the moment. So we're swim along underwater here. Pick up the plant protein on the way through. And what we should be able to do is up to here and leap straight out of the water onto our nice new, call it our landing deck. Whoops, pitch black. Actually, there's a little bit of water. Just had a thought. Can we... Actually, I might not have unlocked it. Let's just have a look. Vessel. Not that it should make any difference, but just looking medical devices. What do we need to make another medical device? Wherefore art thou? We certainly do need a repair station. Trouble is, it needs zirconium alloy, and I don't really want to put it onto the. There's the mid station. I think we can make another mid station. If I do that, it means I can have one that I can switch around and one that I can just heal up on. Right, let's just get back to the abandoned workshop. Is this the best it's going to get up here? Has this always been permanent? Yeah, it looks almost like up here, life is almost in permanent darkness. Got an old tank station. I think I checked the old tank station out. Now, if I remember correctly, the abandoned workshop doesn't have exterior guns. It just has a little bit of a... Let me just go here. Have to go to ordinary light. Well, actually, no. There we are. There it is. We can see a bit better now. I do feel that maybe it's time I thought about putting some landing gear on this ship. I can see the spiders. Right. Turn the thrusters off. Oh, go away. We don't have that much in the way of shotgun shells, but... Where are they? Probably damaged my own ship as well while I was at it. I get you. Yep. Right, we'll just offload him into the fridge. Didn't give us any meat. That's a bit unfortunate. In fact, let me just... Somebody around here moving. I should just put this into junk for the moment. Now there is a way in, which is of course right round the other side, but that's okay. There is a spider in here. There he is. Ah. Ship is being very passive because I don't have the guns on at the moment. Oh, okay, we're gonna have to jump over. Got rid of you. And you. Right, if we cleared the outer perimeter. Wow, we will certainly take that. Put this in the fridge. And this can go in small arms with ammunition. Straight into the ammunition controller. I feel that I might need some more ammunition. We've only got 325, so what we're going to do is we're going to make some more 15mm, 500 rounds of that, and we've got 250 round shotgun shells. Lithium plates. Now, whoops. This is the trap that you can fall into. One way you can do this is you go. Let me take that. And that's what's actually below. And jump across again. What we got here? Let me take that. I did spot some protein which shouldn't be in there. I don't want it to spoil. Right. Apologies for the horrible kind of layering. Don't know. Maybe if I turn the light off, it'd be a bit better. Then again, maybe not. I think it's an effect of the swamp planet. I'm certainly starting to like this combat rifle. Okay, I think we've. Oh wow! I think it's the sun, low sun, that's causing that flaring. Okay. Now you can go through there and stir up a little bit of a hornet's nest, but first things first, we're just gonna loot through here. Got a motorbike if we have a dying need for a motorbike. Grab that. Certainly gonna pick up that. Right. We'll just sweep this floor here first. I think these guys are better taken down with the shotgun, actually. Like that. Anybody else hiding in here? Got a small constructor, but I wouldn't mind the small constructor, so we probably will core this place. Anything else in here? I think that's about it. That's higher up. We've got to come round here. This flaring has been a little bit irritating. Oh, we've got to take the bandages. Nice little one shot. Where are you? Quick reload. Maybe we're back a bandage as well. Right, all we need is the ammunition, general supplies. 125, 50 of that. We'll put this stuff in there. Oops. Oh, that can go in the fridge. We've got plenty of space. Now, if you go up here, you can't get out. Because if you come round here, yeah, I saw you. He opened his door. There, I think there's a way round here, which goes into there. But first things first, we'll just go round. This door is annoying me. You can shoot through here. Get into here. Nobody else in here. Oh, we got 19 rounds of ammunition. Well, we'll take that. These are all constructors. Oh, we'll take that. That's nice. Now, this room here is go across the center like that. Put that in the fridge. Or we will put it in the fridge this way round. Certainly take that. Vessel, small arms. I think if you come there, not sure what that actually drops down into. That drops down into this room, which is the room we couldn't open with the lock code. The lock code is actually on the wall here. I can't remember offhand what it is now. I think it's 444. It's just. Or we'll certainly take that lot. Don't need that. Well, I'll put that in the fridge so the mushrooms don't spoil. And now I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 fours. Okay. What is the missing one then? Oh, it's 4424. 4, 4, 4. Yeah. I say there's two ways round. You can blast your way through this door here. Ah. Got that. This flaring is Ha ha ha. Right, we've got dermal parasites. Not good. I think we've got a cure for dermal parasites, though. Oh no, these are endoparasites. I don't think I've got a cure for endoparasites. Means we're going to have to try and get back to the ship. The only trouble is we don't know if I can jump up. Nope. Okay. Pop that down. Nope. Okay. Oops. Now I've broken me leg. Right, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to fight our way through this. Yeah, this is the downside of this place. Is well, and I think the core is this way. Look. It's the core. Gotcha. Don't think there's anything else in here. Right, what we got to do is to get a cure for the endoparasites is we need to get out of here, which means that what we got to do is go back this way. Yeah, I know I'm working up a bit of a sweat. We can go up this way, get up to a certain height. Because we've destroyed the core, back to the ship. Out of my way. It's actually daylight now. Obviously, whatever wasn't that horrible murk has gone away. Oops. Right, the first thing we need to do is, where was that? The ammunition controller, or was it storage? We need to deploy this on this side. Cover that. Now what we need is a cure for endoparasites. I don't think this... No, so we're going to have to, what we did before, retrieve, make sure, yeah, we're connected to general storage. And we need the cure for, where is it? This is the one, endoparasites. And we're all cured. Okay guys, I've realised I'm going over long on this video, so this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. What I will do off camera is deploy the core and loop down the rest of this abandoned workshop, because there isn't much more to actually do. I think there's just one more area, but because we've destroyed the core, it's relatively straightforward. And I don't know if we've got what's the quality. These are just steel blocks, but what I could do is just do a little bit more building. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.